Shalom, Israel. My name is Officer Kayadwan out of I.S.U.P.K, Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel at this time. I say Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Barakatam to my brothers, Yahweh Shamar Alatan Ba'asham Yahweh Shai to my sisters. Alright, so today is our I.S.U.P.K Jamaica Brotherhood class, and we have a touch upon, you know what I mean, the escalation of World War III. We already know so we in a World War III. The Bible, you know what I mean, prophesied it, and this is what we are in currently. You understand? Alright, but you know what I mean? Many might say, boy, we don't see the nuclear bomb them yet. It's getting there. You understand? Wait patiently. You know what I mean? The nuclear, you know what I mean, destruction is coming soon. But the escalation will be gradual. You understand? So, you know what I mean? We have a situation right now where Nancy Pelosi, that is the US Speaker of the House, you understand, which in my opinion, she's the real leader of the Democratic Party over there. You understand? She runs the Democratic Party over there. You understand? Anyway, that's just my opinion. But she planned to visit Taiwan, which, you know what I mean, many of us know that China claimed Taiwan as their, you know what I mean, as their territory, as being a part of China. You understand? She made a plan, you know what I mean, against the wish of the president, which is the reason why I say come like a she run the party. She made the plan without even telling the president. You know what I mean? So now the president say it doesn't think it's a good idea. She made the trip anyway. China has been, you know what I mean, declaring their displeasure that if Nancy Pelosi visit Taiwan, it would be a breach in Chinese sovereignty, or basically saying that you don't respect Chinese sovereignty. You understand? And they made threats that if she visited Taiwan, you know what I mean, those that play with fire shall die by it. You understand? So, you know America already, you know the oppressor. The oppressor don't, you know what I mean, the pride of the oppressor is so great. You know what I mean? Even when he sees that he runs the risk of, you know what I mean, going into full war, full-blown war with, you know what I mean, a very formidable enemy, he still run the risk. That is the pride of the oppressor. You understand? So Nancy Pelosi, you know what I mean, she goes to Taiwan anyway. Now China is, you know what I mean, has commenced military operations around the island of Taiwan. You understand? And bear in mind, they also threatened that they would shoot down Nancy Pelosi plane. You know what I mean? But you know the oppressor. And I am learning this about the oppressor. We don't live around oppressors if you really know them. You see true, you know what I mean? We live in the garrison in Jamaica. We don't see oppressors often. But, you know what I mean? Based on my observation of the oppressor, you know what I mean, what I'm seeing online and so forth, they will go, you know what I mean, they are very daring. Even when them know the odds against them, they will go in a situation knowing that them can't win, or if them think them can win, knowing that it's a very dangerous situation for them because of their pride. Let me give you a perfect example. How many times have you seen videos of, you know what I mean, white people confronting black people, knowing that them can get them ass kicked, see, and still go forward with it, and after them get them ass kicked, they are surprised. I am observing that that is the spirit or one of the characteristics of the oppressor. He will go in a situation knowing that it will not turn out good for him, but through his pride, he's still going at it. And then be surprised of the consequences. Feeling that he was, you know what I mean, he was, injustice was dealt to him, even though he is the provocator. That is the oppressor. So Nancy Pelosi, you know what I mean, she go to Taiwan. Now China is seem like they are preparing, you know what I mean, to escalate. You know what I mean? We don't know where that will go yet. But this, you know what I mean, this situation look like another escalation in World War III. We are currently in World War III. You know what I mean? It began when Russia invaded Ukraine, basically. You understand? And the Bible tell you about it. See? But here what we're going to do now, we're going to play, you're going to hear the audio because we can't share the screen as yet, right? So we're going to play some audio so make it for make you hear what is going on. You understand? And with that said as well, you know what I mean? When you see an enemy, you know what I mean, going at it, we as the children of Israel now should start practicing some real brotherhood and sisterhood amongst each other. That is what we should do. Seeing that our oppressors, the Chinese are our oppressors too here in Jamaica, you know, they run all the businesses. They get richer for us. Treat us like garbage in their wholesale when we seek employment. You know what I mean? This is word on the ground. You know what I mean? Being very disrespectful and racist towards our brothers and sisters in their establishments. They are our oppressors too. So when we see America being an oppressor and China being another oppressor going at it, we should be happy. And you know what we should do? You know what I mean? We should make amends with our brothers and sisters. You understand? The children of Israel here in Jamaica. That is what we should do, seeing that our enemies, our oppressors are going at war. So we're going to play this audio. It's really a video, but you only have to get the audio. See? In the meanwhile, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also leave your comments, you know what I mean, and your questions in the comment section.
Military is on high alert. China has said its military is on high alert and it will carry out targeted military operations following the arrival of US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi in Taiwan. Taiwanese officials are claiming 21 Chinese aircraft have already entered their airspace as the White House defends Ms. Pelosi's rights to visit the country.
By the time she touched down, tensions were ratcheting up. An American this senior on this soil is provocative. Tonight, China has launched a joint military operation around the island, including firing long-range ammunition and testing guided weapons. It is a display of military might as well as anger.
The US and Taiwan have colluded to make provocations first, and China has only been compelled to act out of self-defense. In the face of the US's unscrupulous behavior in defiance of China's repeated and serious complaints, any countermeasures China is taking will be justified and necessary.
Arriving to applause in the capital, Taipei, Nancy Pelosi said, "Our congressional delegation's visit to Taiwan honors America's unwavering commitment to supporting Taiwan's vibrant democracy. America's solidarity with the 23 million people of Taiwan is more important today than ever as the world faces a choice between autocracy and democracy. The United States continues to oppose unilateral efforts to change the status quo."
It's pretty hard to get her to back down once something becomes a public dispute. And certainly by the time this became a topic as to whether she should go or not, it was already too late, knowing the speaker, to persuade her otherwise. And it probably wasn't in our interest at that point to let China talk us out of it, even if maybe it would have been better that she not go at all in the first place.
The self-governed.
All right, so you know what I mean? Even the president said that the military wasn't, you know what I mean, sure that she should make the visit to Taiwan because of the possibility of it escalating, you know what I mean, the escalating tensions between America and China. But, you know what I mean, she decides anyway that she would go, you know what I mean, the pride of the oppressor, you know what I mean, she decides she will go and now China is ramping up, you understand? And guess what I go on to? Seeing that both of these people, China and the oppressor in America, are prideful and they both think that they have some, you know what I mean, stamp in the earth, you know what I mean, or claim, you know what I mean, in the earth. Their pride will not allow either of them to back down. I mean, I don't know if China, you know what I mean, bite is as strong as its bark, but, you know what I mean, they are both in a situation right now where if any of them back down, that one will look weak, same like Russia, and we know that Russia didn't back down. But of course, Russia, they are devils just like America. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Let's see how the Moabites deal with this situation. See? So what we're going to do, we're going to read an article, you know what I mean, about the same situation, and then we're going to jump in at some scriptures. You know the thing already. See? So this article says, this is the fact news that in, you understand? And it says, 21 Chinese military aircraft enter Taiwan air defense zone amidst Pelosi's visit. Taipei, Taiwan, August the 3rd. You know what I mean? Shortly after U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi landed in Taipei on Tuesday, 21 Chinese military aircraft flew into the southwestern part of Taiwan's air defense identification zone, as confirmed by Taiwan's Ministry of National Security. Taking to Twitter, the Defense Ministry said 21 PLA aircraft entered Taiwan southwest on August the 2nd, 2022. You understand? That is basically, that is today in Jamaica, right? I guess they are a day ahead of us. See? In response, Taiwan scrambled a combat air patrol, sent radio warning, and deployed defense missile systems to track the Chinese military plane. You know what I mean? So them scramble to, you know what I mean, to ward off the Chinese planes. All right, well, they're not a day ahead of us, they are several hours ahead of us. So they would be in tomorrow, today will be Wednesday for them. You understand? Anyway, so Taiwan scramble combat air patrol, you know what I mean, for kind of ward off, you know what I mean, the Chinese plane them. See, Pelosi landed in Taiwan on Tuesday as part of the congressional delegation tour of the Indo-Pacific region in the face of the China threat. Minutes after her aircraft landed in Taipei, the Chinese People Liberation Army, PLA, announced that it would hold 6 live fire military drills in waters around Taiwan, scheduled to take place from Thursday to Sunday in response to China's announcement of the drill. You know what I mean? So you're clearly seeing that there are more and more tensions, you know what I mean, between the West and their enemies, you know what I mean, in this war that has begun. You understand? So you're seeing the way being set for nuclear destruction. You understand? Something that it seems the oppressor, you know what I mean, pride would not let him understand, because even though him in a situation where, you know what I mean, he's boiling up the tension against himself and he's looking so weak in the eyes of his enemies, he still won't back down. You understand? He still won't compromise, you understand, to ensure his kingdom safety. And that is the work of the Most High. You understand? That is similar to when the Most High, you know what I mean, stiffen the neck of Pharaoh, you understand, in Egypt. You understand? When Pharaoh did not want to let our people go, see, in Egypt, the Most High stiffened Pharaoh's neck. You understand? Make him pride get the best of him. And even though him see all our go on in Egypt, the plagues and everything, him never want, you know what I mean, let Israel go. But the Most High do this because the Most High want to destroy our oppressor. See him like how he destroyed the Egyptians. You understand? So we're going to jump to some scripture. You understand? We're going to jump to some scripture, you know. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also leave your comments. All right, so we're going to jump to the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. All right, this is the book of Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 3. And it said, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. You know what I mean? And that is what you're seeing with America right now. You understand? The pride of their heart, deceiving them, is as if they don't take the threat seriously. You understand? It's as if them see that China is developing a strong military and accumulating wealth and power. They are seeing that Russia is doing the same thing, you know what I mean? And them still, you know what I mean, an escalator add fuel to the fire as if they are invincible, you know what I mean? And many people would think they are invincible. Many people would think they are invincible the way they are behaving, but to be honest, America is very, very vulnerable. You know what I mean? But I guess them can't portray say, yo, them vulnerable because they would look weak. But the fact that they won't, you know what I mean? They won't, what I call it now, ease the tension is going to bring them in a situation where they can't return, and that would be the destruction of America. Let me continue reading. See, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cleft of the rock. Who dwell in the cleft of the rock? That is the oppressor. The oppressor, the Caucasian, is from Mount Seir. You know what I mean? In the Caucasus Mountains. You know what I mean? In Russia. That is the clefts of the rocks. You understand? That is the oppressor, the Caucasian. You understand? Let me continue reading. Whose habitation is I, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You know what I mean? So the oppressor said, you know what I mean? Who will bring me down to the ground? My habitation is I. What it mean by his habitation is I? You see all those skyscrapers that you see in New York City, you know what I mean? We all know about 9/11. You understand? Where the World Trade Center was the two tallest buildings on the face of the earth in that time. See? And it was struck down by, you know what I mean, America's enemies, quote unquote. See? And the building collapsed. But America, not America, but the oppressor is known to dwell. And I, in all these skyscrapers, is the other nations now following the oppressor. You know what I mean? I'm building skyscrapers, trying to, you know what I mean, see, oh, I'm going to build the tallest building. You know what I mean? I think the tallest building now is probably in China now. See? But the oppressor is the one who kick it off. You know what I mean? Trying to build these tall buildings. So it said, let me read again. That said, Slovakia, whose habitation is high. So him live high. And we know about him space program as well. You understand? NASA space program where they have a space station out in space where they live. You know what I mean? Where astronauts live. You understand? So they always try to live high. You know what I mean? That's their nature. You understand? And him saying, I'm art. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You understand? That is what the oppressor saying, I'm art. Who are going to bring me down to the ground? You know what I mean? Thinking that nobody can bring him down. But the Most High is, you know what I mean, paving the way right now for him to be torn down. And him just don't know it. You understand? That is what is happening right now. But the oppressor pride, I tell him, say, who shall bring me down to the ground? Him not feel like nobody can do it. You understand? So him agitate Russia. You understand? Them go over in a Ukraine and them want to set up NATO. They want NATO, Ukraine be a part of NATO. Russia say, boy, we not have that. See? So Russia invade Ukraine. Now they are, you know what I mean, trying to encourage Taiwan to be a sovereign nation independent of China. No, China is saying we are not having that. You understand? So the pride of the oppressor thinking that all the enemies that he has accumulated across the world, you know what I mean, is not, no matter what him do, no matter how much enemies he accumulate, he will never come down to the ground. And that is the pride I am at where I do that because the Most High set it up where, you know what I mean, he will be brought down to the ground. You understand? But what we fear do you know? We see these things and we say, boy, how I go on? You know what I mean? Many of us in the pride of our hearts might say, boy, we see this already. No, you have never seen it like this. Right now, we are looking at the third war, like what the Bible call it, escalating. See, that is what you are seeing right now. You have never seen nothing like this. So what should we be doing right now? We should be coming back to the covenants. You know what I mean? The covenant with the Most High, to these last statutes and commandments that are in the Bible. Coming back to our heritage as the children of Israel. You understand? Because, you know what I mean? The cat is out the bag. You know what I mean? It is common knowledge now that we are the children of Israel and we are not Africans. For who still want to believe that we are Africans, that is just stubbornness and pride. You understand? It is common knowledge that we are the Hebrew Israelite people. You know what I mean? Everybody is running with it, but nobody wants to address it except for the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, YAHANNA. You know what I mean? The message is precise. You understand? The message, you know what I mean, cannot be refuted. The Bible is accurate. It's just the Christian pastor was not teaching the Bible. You know what I mean? And in many cases, many of our brothers lose confidence in the Bible, thinking that the Bible is a white man's book because they are being taught the Bible through Christianity. And Christianity is one stupid, big, stupid religion. You understand? When the Bible is a book of real events, historical events, and these historical events apply to our people. We've been through this and we can relate. So guess what your Christian pastor do right now? Because what they have been teaching, you know what I mean, does not mix, it don't add up with the Bible. They are now stealing from the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, and stealing the message and trying to fuse it or syncretize it with their religion to keep their members interesting, because guess what go on? Their members are looking at the world as it is today, and they are saying, what is the pastor teaching us? You are teaching us to sow a seed in a world full of COVID-19 and monkeypox and World War III looming. You understand? So what the Christian pastors are doing right now to, you know what I mean, keep your minds captive. They are watching the I.S.U.P.K classes, learning the scriptures, and then they are taking, you know what I mean, what they find useful and throwing away good information that you can benefit from as well. You understand? But using that, you know what I mean, the information that benefits them to make it seem like they have discovered, you know what I mean, the information, when in fact, we are the ones that told, you know what I mean, that brought it out that black people and Hispanics and Native Indians are the Israelites. You understand? And your Christian pastor has always been in opposition with commanding general YAHANNA. You understand? Saying that, you know what I mean, this is not true. But the cat is out the bag, and this is, you know what I mean, this is the common consensus right now, and it is gathering momentum. The world is knowing that, you know what I mean, we are the Israelites. See, the world is knowing that right now because of the work that commanding general YAHANNA has done, and it cannot be refuted. So guess what your Christian pastor do? Seeing that him can't, you know what I mean, come up against the Bible and history and the truth, him decides, look, the ignorant church members, in him church, we don't know better. Him go just steal the information from I.S.U.P.K, from commanding general YAHANNA, and teach it in him church. You see what I say? Him go teach it in him church. That way, you know, when we come and we say, boy, sister, brother, you're an Israelite. You say, me know that already, my pastor tell me. But him not tell you where you get it from. You understand? So it's even more difficult to reach Christians. It has always been difficult to reach Christians, you know, because Christians are highly brainwashed, you know. I tell you, there is nobody upon the face of this earth more brainwashed than a Christian. Nobody. See? So now the pastor, them are muddy up the waters now. What they are doing is trying to steal the truth and mix it with their, you know what I mean, the Christian madness. So now a Christian now, you tell them that they're an Israelite, it is like it bounce off of them. It don't come as nothing great because the pastor don't tell them, say, yo, yeah man, you're an Israelite for real, man. Zin, you're an Israelite. But God love everybody. You see what him just do? You see what him do? Him say, we are Israelites, man. Yeah, man, a true man, we are Israelite, but God love everybody. We know that. And say it as if him know a long time. You understand? Say it as if him know a long time. Say, we always know, till a Christian are going to tell us, say, we know so we are Israelite, as if they always knew, as if it's not the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general who brought out that we are Israelites. Then, so we know we are Israelites, man, but God love everybody. You see what the pastor do? Listen, you knowing that you're an Israelite is a game changer. Means everything must stop, right? So, because if you're an Israelite, you have a responsibility. If you're an Israelite, you can't worship in a Christianity. You understand? If you're an Israelite, you can't eat pork. If you're an Israelite, you are supposed to keep these laws. The world must stop. When you find out you're an Israelite, the world must stop. But you're a Christian pastor, the sneaking bastard that him is. The teacher say, yeah man, you're an Israelite, man. We know that. See, there in our Bible, the slave trade, Deuteronomy 28, verse 68, say, we're not going to go in a slavery with ships. Learning that from the I.S.U.P.K, you know. Saying, yeah man, it did a long time, man. We just not teach that because, you know what I mean, it no matter. Jesus black for real, man. He's a black man for real, man. We know, see there. When we teach him, we learn from him. But what him do now, him make it null and void in the church as if it's not important. Telling you that color no matter. Color no matter. Jesus love everybody. Everybody can be saved. Stealing your salvation from you. If you get your money so you don't leave, because if you never do that, you know what you'd do? You would have said, but the pastor now teach me the Bible, good man. I left out of that church. And you would have find the I.S.U.P.K. But these pastors are sneaking bastards and they would go to any lengths, you understand, to rob you of your salvation because they want your money. It's just like, you know what I mean, the steward that the good master put over him house and he has been, you know what I mean, squandering the master's goods. You know what I mean? When the master come now, if he get accountability for him goods, the steward go to all our master debtors. We owe him master, you know. Them owe the master money, you know, and him shant them debt, robbing his master. That is what a Christian pastor is doing, robbing the Most High. Saying that, yeah man, we are all Israelites now, so everybody can be saved. You don't have to keep, Christ is now your sacrifice. You don't have to keep no law no more. So now, guess what? You have a greater sin by your head. You know that you are an Israelite and you're still breaking the law. It was bad enough that you did not know and break the law ignorantly. But now you know that you're an Israelite and you break the law. That is judgment. You understand? But let me get back to the scriptures still. You know what I mean? Just did have to point out that, say, in this time, these Christian pastors, they are out and about to make sure, say, you don't leave out of the church. But you have to have sense. You have to have sense and know, say, look, your pastor never ever teach this before. Or him start teach this now. Why the doctrine in the church change? The doctrine in the I.S.U.P.K comes from the Bible. It never changed. Never. The I.S.U.P.K has never changed its doctrine. Because it is the truth. The truth can't change. If the truth changes, it's now a lie. You understand? That's why we say we are not affiliated with any Hebrew Israelite organization. Because what they do is then take the truth, go form another organization and make changes to it. You understand? That is what they do. So we are not affiliated with them. See? We're going to jump to some more scripture still. You know what I mean? All right. We're gonna jump to Revelations chapter, chapter 11. You know what I mean? Where your pastor tell you about World War III. Where your pastor tell you about, him probably start talk about World War III again. You understand? Him probably start talk about it now because we are in the midst of it. You know what I mean? As you do, when you see things happening in this world, Zin, and you need answers, as you do, your pastor go and seek answers. You know what I mean? And who your pastor come to for answers is Commanding General YAHANNA. They watch the I.S.U.P.K classes and they steal the I.S.U.P.K and breakdowns. You understand? And then come back and feed you as if they are the ones that came up with it. You understand? But if you really want the answers, you would come to the I.S.U.P.K and the Commanding General YAHANNA. You would watch our classes. You understand? You would pay your tithes to Commanding General YAHANNA and stop paying tithes to that greedy bastard in the Christian church who rapes your children. Literally. You understand? Monkeypox are going to start spreading in the church like wildfire. You know? Now find out your whole heap of chichi man in the church. Let me know. Now find out. We are the ones that told you that disease like coronavirus and monkeypox are forward and there's more. Zane, your Christian pastor never warned you about them time. Yeah. So guess what go on? Monkeypox are going to spread in your church. You understand? That are going go on because whole heap of down low homosexuals in your church. Whole heap of down low homosexuals in the church. So you see monkeypox start spreading in the church like wildfire. You understand? All right, this is Revelations chapter 11 and verse 14. See? This is what it said. The second war is past, and behold, the third war cometh quickly. What that mean by war? War means destruction. You understand? What is the second war? World War II. See? You have another scripture will tell you about the first and the second war, which is World War I and World War II. But this scripture says the second war has passed and the third war cometh quickly. What is the third war? World War III. You understand? Many might say, well, World War I and World War II is not the first war, so why is the war referring to that? Well, they are definitely not the first world wars, but they are the first world war fought with such, you know what I mean, devastation. That's why I call it war, destruction, because the bombs and the, you know what I mean, the missiles and the tanks, you know what I mean, and the nuclear bomb. You remember Hiroshima? America dropped the nuclear bomb on Japan. You understand? That's why I call it war, because it's not sword and spear and shield you fight with, no. You understand? They are fighting with weapons of mass destruction. You understand? And there is only two war like that has ever been on the face of the earth, and that is World War I and World War II. Now we are currently in World War III. So when it said the third war cometh quickly, we are now in the third war, and that is World War III. You understand? Let me read that again. See? It said, this is the book of Revelations chapter 11 and verse 14, and it said, the second war is past, and behold, the third war cometh quickly. So World War III are forward, man. You understand? Don't doubt it one bit. Just remember, like everything that Commanding General YAHANNA brings out. You understand? Like everything, like the COVID, you know what I mean? Like the plagues. World War III is inevitable, just like those things. You know what I mean? All right, we'll jump to another scripture. We'll jump to Zechariah chapter 14 and 12. All right, this is the book of Zechariah chapter 14, and this is verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. And you might say, what is the purpose of the war? What is the purpose of the war? You understand? What is the purpose of the war? It is because the oppressor has oppressed the Most High's people who are the children of Israel. That is the importance of why we have to bring out who the children of Israel are. Because the same God, the same power who, you know what I mean, saved the children of Israel out of Egypt is about to save the children of Israel again out of this modern day Egypt. You understand? That is what's going on. See? So it said, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth. All right, now what kind of plague can cause somebody's eyes to just melt out of them head and them tongue just melt out of them mouth? What kind of plague can cause that? That is talking about a nuclear destruction, a nuclear blast. You know what I mean? Just do your research. A nuclear blast will make your eyes melt out of your head and your tongue melt out of your mouth and all of your tissue inside just evaporate. You understand? That is describing a nuclear blast. You understand? That is the plague that the Most High will bring upon the people who fight against Jerusalem. How do they fight against Jerusalem? We all know about slavery. We all know what happened, you know what I mean, to our ancestors, our Hispanic, you know what I mean, and native brothers can relate. You know what I mean? Christopher Columbus came over the New World, you know what I mean? Not to, you know what I mean? Not because he was lost, you know. Christopher Columbus was not lost. Christopher Columbus knew exactly who he was looking for. They have done the research and know, you know what I mean, who was over here, right? Christopher Columbus was in search of the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and he used the book of Esdras, you know what I mean, which I'm going to jump to shortly, but he used a certain scripture in the book of Esdras to locate our Arawak, our Taino, our native Indian brothers, because he knew that they were the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Christopher Columbus knew this. You understand? But the history books are, you know what I mean, the history teachers, no fault to the history teachers because they are just teaching a syllabus, of course. See? But the history that we learn over here basically tell you that Christopher Columbus was lost at sea. He never knows that the earth was round and he end up over here. And you know what I mean? He basically come and kill off some savages. You understand? When in fact, Christopher Columbus knew that these were the Lord's people and he was in search for them. You understand? It was a persecution taking place. They were persecuting the northern and the southern kingdom. You understand? We were the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and half the tribe of Levi. See? We were persecuted in Spain and Portugal. You understand? Same Spain that Christopher Columbus claimed to come from. Cristobal Colon, which is his real name, Christopher Columbus. See? So he was well familiar with the Jews. You understand? We were persecuted, kicked out of Spain, kicked out of Portugal. You understand? Before that, in 70 AD, we were, you know what I mean, run out of Jerusalem by the Romans. You understand? So we fled from Jerusalem into Europe and into Africa. The rest of us that were in Europe were persecuted because they know who we were, know that we were the Jews, persecute us, kick us out, you know what I mean, put us in slavery, imprison us in Africa, you know what I mean, just upright got us out of them land. Christopher Columbus is well privy to this. But guess what? Christopher Columbus wanted to find the other tribes. Christopher Columbus was privy to who these Jews in Europe who were in Africa were. And he said, well, we are the rest of them. And him do the research and him find the rest of them over here. So you understand? So Christopher Columbus come over here so and him basically massacred our brothers. You understand? I have a nigger named, not a nigger, but this Spaniard named Cortez as well. You understand? And many of them. You understand? And De las Casas now, after them, him notice, you know what I mean, one Spaniard named De las Casas, who was a friar, you know what I mean, or a Roman priest, or somebody in the Roman church at the time, after them, him witnessed the brutality and the annihilation of our brothers, our Hispanic brothers over here. He decided that, you know what I mean, and this is the conscience of the oppressor. You know what I mean? He did not, him feel like, say, boy, the injustice that was done to our brothers over here warrants him, you know what I mean, switching the focus from our brothers to us. And that is how they took slaves from Africa and come over here, which these slaves were just us. You know what I mean? The Southern Kingdom, who were kicked out of Spain and Portugal and Jerusalem into Africa. So him decided that, look, you know what I mean, it is better for us to put the Negroes them in slavery. Because the Indians, which are our brothers, you know what I mean, which they call our brothers Indians, they are not able to do what we are, because our brothers were heartbroken knowing that invaders came into their land and was killing them out. They were depressed. Not many of them died from depression. They had no spirit to do no kind of work. And the work is what these heathens really needed. So what they did was them sent to West Africa to get us. You understand? In 1508 is when they began shipping us over here. You understand? In 1508. You understand? So they know who we were. They know exactly who we were in a bridge. See, but let me not stray too far away from, you know what I mean, the topic. See? So this is the book of Zephaniah 14 and 12, and it said, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. So, you know what I mean, Christopher Columbus people, we know the history. You know what I mean? We know about the slavery. Spain, Britain, Portugal, France, all of them. You know what I mean? That's why this plague are going to reach them, and not only them, but also the Chinese. You understand? Also the Africans who rounded us up because they knew that we weren't Africans. Them round us up and sell us to the oppressor. You understand? They did that. And also the Arabs. The Arabs are involved as well. All these nations are involved in our slavery. They have all become rich and they all have warred against us. Let me continue reading. See? And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand on their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth, and that is nuclear destruction. You understand? And that is coming up shortly. You understand? All right, let me jump to the book of 2nd Esdras now. See? Remember again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments. You know what I mean? If you have questions, just put it in the comment section. Share this around. You understand? Share it around. You know what I mean? In WhatsApp, Facebook, all over. All right? All right, so I'll jump to the book of 2nd Esdras. All right, we'll start read at verse 1. We'll skip through it. See? And this basically a describe World War III. You know what I mean? So this is the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 15, right? And it said, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the word of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. So the Most High tell Esdras to, you know what I mean, speak these words to his people. Who is the Most High's people? The children of Israel. You understand? The scripture tell you that ye shall be my people, you know what I mean, and I shall be your God. You understand? That is talking about the children of Israel, which is, you know what I mean, blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians. You understand? Let me continue reading verse 2. Salakia, let me finish reading verse 1. You know what I mean? Of my people, the words of prophecy, which I will put in their mouth, saith the Lord. Verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper. All right, so when a man asks, you know, who write the Bible? This is how scripture is written. This is how prophecy is written. You know what I mean? It's when the Most High tell prophets what to write. And the ignorance of our people, you know what I mean? Many of them say, you can't trust the Bible because man write it. Then who did it expect to write it? You know what I mean? Even if it come from God, did you expect God to write the Bible and give you? The Most High had his prophets write the scriptures, and you know what I mean? Different people, different prophets or scribes wrote different books in the Bible. You understand? That is what happened. See? So let me read 2 again. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So the Most High say, write them down, write them on paper, because they are faithful and true. See? This is how scripture is written. It's not no man make it up, but a man write it. Because dog and puss could write the Bible. You know what I mean? But the Most High told a man what to write, say. And this is what the Most High told Ezra to write. Let me continue reading verse 3. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that is what we are trying to prevent our people from suffering. You know what I mean? The people, our people, the children of Israel who refuse to, you know what I mean, come out of Christianity, to come out of Egyptology, to come out of Islam, Rastafariism. That is unfaithfulness. That means you're not faithful to your God. The Most High is your power, but yet still you want to serve some Eden God, which is not even a God. Them never real. That is unfaithfulness. Just like when a woman unfaithful to her husband. But the Most High make you know say, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. See, and that is what we are trying to prevent. We don't want you to die, you know what I mean, a terrible death with the oppressor. Let me continue reading verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right, so we all see this, the plagues have started. You know what I mean? But our people like to watch YouTube. And them like to watch Facebook. Nothing wrong with watching YouTube and Facebook, you know, but them like conspiracy theories that comes from the oppressor. See? So when we tell them, say, look, these are plagues, the coronavirus is a plague from the Most High. When have you seen a disease mutate and change its form to evade vaccine, to evade immune system? When have you seen that? That's a plague. The monkeypox is a plague. And we told you that the monkeypox, you know what I mean, would come to fruition. See? But you rather listen to conspiracy theories that, you know what I mean, the COVID-19 was made in a lab. You rather believe that than believe that the Most High is cursing the earth, because guess why? You don't want to stop nyam pork, you don't want to stop sleep with your brother's wife. You understand? You don't want to stop being a homo and a sodomite. You understand? You don't want to stop molesting children. So you rather believe so the COVID-19 is you know what I mean, was made in a lab. A man do it. Because if God do it, that means that God have a displeasure and he's not happy. And then no, you would have to get in line, and you don't want to get in line. So you rather think it was made in a lab. You rather that than stop being a whore. You understand? You rather that than stop sleeping with your brother's wife, from stop stealing, stop murdering. You rather just believe that a man do it. Because if a man do it, that means that God not real. And you rather believe that God not real. But when you're in danger, you call upon God. And that's the thing now. That's the hypocrisy of our people. God not real when it comes to you doing the right thing, but him suddenly become real when you need him to save your life. And many are going to flee to the Christian church thinking that God is in there. When it's time for uno, you know what I mean, beg for mercy. But, you know what I mean, unbeknownst to uno, the Most High hate the Christian church, and you run into the Christian church will just guarantee the Most High judgment. Let me continue reading verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, and death, and destruction. So the famine is coming, right? We hear about the grain shortage ever since Russia invaded Ukraine. You know what I mean? Inflation. You know what I mean? Russia turned off the gas. Well, turn down the gas. You know what I mean? So guess what I go on now? Are Europe and America sanction as well as cause gas price to rise? And this is just the start. You know what I mean? You're going to see outright famine, outright food shortage. That's the way you're going to see. You understand? And it tell you about death and destruction. It said the sword. The sword is what you see Russia doing to Ukraine right now. The sword, you know what I mean, is not necessarily Slovakia. You know what I mean? So the sword can be the gun, the missile, you know what I mean? Even the tanks, even the warplane. You notice how even the warplanes them shaped like a sword. You understand? That is what the sword means. See? Death and destruction that is talking about all the destruction we are come with World War III. Let me continue reading. Verse 6. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their earthful works are fulfilled. All right. Verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. So the Most High say, yo, him now hold him tongue no more, meaning the Most High has been silent for some time now. You know what I mean? To the point that America has been promoting all these wicked lifestyle, you know what I mean? LGBTQ plus one bag of something. Then them evil add the pedophiles them to it. Even the pedophile them have a color upon that rainbow flag. Even the pedophile them, me not even a run a joke. Me not even a play, just do the research. Even pedophile upon that rainbow flag. And you tell me say that place I no need for destroy. The Most High say him nah go hold him tongue no more as to their wickedness. Because you see the wickedness. A man basically I say he's now a woman and you have to call him a woman. And you know what I mean? They're basically putting it into legislation that you have to call him a woman. And a woman say that she's a man and you have to call her a man. And people are calling themselves they and them. What kind of world is? What kind of world is? That world you need to burn, brother. That's why the Most High said, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the soul of the just complain continually. Right? The children of Israel daily cry to the Most High, especially them a try push that LGBT lifestyle on our people. Every entertainer nowadays, with them push in the spotlight, have to be some kind of queer or LGBT. Not so much here in Jamaica, but you see it at one in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Mainly on the female side, like Jada Kingdom and them. Well, me can't say them push Jada Kingdom. Maybe she just, you know what I mean, a sodomite way boss, but you know what I mean? You're basically a see it in the mainstream media. Every black celebrity have to be down with the LGBT, which is an attack. You know what I mean? When you watch a movie with black people in it, they have to be a representative of the LGBT in it to show you that they are pushing this lifestyle upon our people. Talk about the books in the primary schools and the basic schools, telling the children that there's more than one sex. That is what they are doing. This is what the Most High is telling you, that him not gonna suffer that no more. Wickedness has increased. So the Most High have to do him have to do. That is why World War III have to forward. You understand? World War III have to forward. Just think about it, no man. Where the generals, well, the captains, they did a Black Watch program where them review a documentary that an oppressor did as to who is a woman. And nobody could give him an answer as what a woman is in America. So if a man go about and say, yo, I ask people question and say, what is a woman? And nobody can tell them. Tell him what is a woman. What kind of world that? So nobody don't know what is a woman again. Nobody don't know what is a man. Nobody don't know what is a woman. Just think about the world where you're living in, man. This world don't know what is a man and what is a woman. Anything can be a man and anything can be a woman. That place I need to burn. This place don't need to exist no more. When we say burn, I mean the entire earth I go burn. The kingdom, the oppressor that rule over us, Fame kingdom must be no more. You understand? No more. You can see the damage that it has done. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Talking about how them shed our blood in the streets. You know what I mean? From slavery to this day. Even in America right now, when you know what I mean, it's a common thing for a black man just get executed by police. You understand? The police in the United States is basically the Ku Klux Klan, you know. You understand? The police in the United States is basically the Ku Klux Klan. That is what they really are. Zin, the other day, a man, I don't remember the brother name, but it was an fleeing from his vehicle, fleeing from police, and then put like about 60 shots in the man. You understand? And he was unarmed. And on the other hand, now you have mass shooters who kill, you know what I mean, how much people who are white people, white mass shooters who kill people, you know, who it's clear that this man is armed and dangerous, and them just arrest him without any problem. But a black man who is unarmed have to be gunned down in the street. This is the violence. This is the innocent blood. You understand? That, you know what I mean? That the Most High people shed. So the Most High defend that because we can't defend ourselves. We are so divided. You know what I mean? And it is not even in us to defend ourselves. It is the Most High who are going to give us, you know what I mean, the ability. You know what I mean? Because right now, we're not even in our right mind as the children of Israel. We don't even know who we is. You understand? We don't even know who we are as a people, much less to defend. If you don't know who you are as a people, you don't even know your enemy. So you fight a war, you know what I mean? And this is what happened oftentimes. Because we don't know who we are, we fight the war against our own people with the oppressor. Because we don't know who we are. But the Most High come correct things, man. Christ come correct things. And it's the beginning of all of this is what you're seeing going on right now. See? Let me continue reading. Verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Why call this the land of Egypt? Because Egypt was where the children of Israel were enslaved. You understand? And we are enslaved over here in this modern day Egypt, predominantly in North America. You understand? The Bible refers to America as Egypt. You understand? Babylon the Great, and also Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand? Which, you know what I mean? Obviously, you understand where that I come from. See? But the Most High say he will not suffer us any longer to dwell in Egypt, which means what? He might go do the same thing where he did in ancient Egypt. He might go free us out of this Egypt. You understand? And we know how the situation went in ancient Egypt. It started with plagues and it ended with the death of our oppressors. You understand? And the same thing are going to happen now. So now is not the time to be giant hand in hand with the oppressor, loving this kingdom and loving this wicked, oppressive system that is on top of your people, oppressing them. Now is the time for you to come back to your covenant with the Most High. Now is the time you have to leave out of the Christian church. We can't emphasize that enough. You have to leave out of the Christian church. You have to come out of the Rastafari religion. You have to come out of the Muslim mosque. You have to come out of all these idolatrous religions. You have to stop smoking weed. You understand? You have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments in the Bible, because guess what? World War III is escalating. Let me continue reading. Verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt. You know what I mean? So the Most High promised to lead us with a stretched out arm, and he's going to smite Egypt. You understand? Smite Egypt with plague, famine, drought, all the way you see a whole heap of things reach America right now and Britain, you know. You see all not only Britain, Spain, Portugal, all of Europe. You understand? Whole heap of things reach them right now, you know. You see? If you pay attention to the news, you understand? If you're not a person who all you do with your phone when you have service on it is just, you know what I mean, depend TikTok. Well, even TikTok will show you what I go on to, but you know what I mean? No, it's not the time for, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just deep in entertainment. Now it's the time for learn what I go on. Learn what is taking place. You understand? Now is that time for you to learn what is really going on in this place. You understand? Right now, Europe is on fire. Spain is on fire. That is a judgment from the Most High for all of the killing with Christopher Columbus and, you know what I mean, and Cortez and De las Casas and all of them did in the past. The Most High never forget about that. You understand? The Most High never forget about that, and he will not forget about that. Zane, Britain, Portugal. Many of us rate Cristiano Ronaldo as a big baller. You know what I mean? When the Portuguese oppress our people. The Most High don't forget about that. That's why nuclear war are forward. Let me read again. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy all the land thereof. So America will be destroyed. All of America will be destroyed. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plagues and punishment that God shall bring upon it. You understand? So that's why you see the Most Time mustering up the battle between America and China, between America and Russia, between America and Iran, America and North Korea. You know what I mean? And more are going to add to Russia's and China's side. Enough more countries are going to join them side when them see America. You know what I mean? When the Most High reveal that to them that America is really the villain. Well, them know America is the villain. It's just that them see America as the world power, and everybody want to be on the winner's side. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to be on the winner's side. But whenever America's weakness begin to show, which is already start to show, then you're going to see people switch side. You understand? And then America now going to have no support, and them are in this by themselves. Europe are going in it by themselves. All of the nations, them will oppress the Most High's people, are going in this by themselves. And the Most High are going to ensure that them get destroyed. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 13. They shall till the ground and shall mourn. All right, let me skip up. See? Verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Because of their pride. You know what I mean? True pride. The pride that the oppressor have, thinking that nobody can bring him down to the ground. And also the pride of the LGBT, talking about gay pride. You understand? Because of this pride that them have, the cities shall be troubled. That is why you see the COVID-19, you know what I mean, troubling the cities, stopping commerce and all of them things there. You know what I mean? When the COVID was, you know what I mean, upon us greatly. Zane, now the monkeypox are forward. And who's the monkeypox affecting? The LGBT community. 98% of monkeypox cases are LGBT, meaning gay men, men that have sex with men. You understand? So you clearly see that the Most High is targeting the LGBT community. You understand? So there is no doubt about it. You are seeing the Most High displeasure that he's not happy with men having sex with men. You understand? And for our sisters who love to have gay friends, you're going to get the monkeypox too. Because gay men love to hug and kiss and all of them things there and rub up. You know what I mean? For all our sisters them who have gay men, you know what I mean, doing them ear and all of them something there. Guess what? I'm going to reach you. You're going to get the monkeypox because you rub up with gay men. Your children are going to get monkeypox from that gay man. Because he's molesting your children. The pastor will give your children monkeypox because he's molesting your children. So it's best to come out of the church, one, and separate from the LGBT community. Because the Most High is showing you his discretion, his displeasure on these communities and these lifestyle. So the sister them will love gay friends, we have gay friends. And think it's funny that, you know what I mean, a man behave like a girl and, you know what I mean, oh, I just my friend, him cool, man, and rare. And you know, discriminate, and you know what I mean, you're not judge. You're going to get monkeypox. You're going to get monkeypox. Now is not the time to stand next to a gay man. If you see a gay man, move. Scan him like a leper in a them time, yeah, or you will get the monkeypox. Now is the time, if you want to, we don't call it now, if you want to secure you and your family from monkeypox, you would scan a gay man like, you know what I mean, he have leprosy. That is what you would do in a them time, yeah, because the Most High is against the LGBT community. And we know that lesbian and gay part together. So you better scan the lesbian them too. Because they might come give you monkeypox. They might get it from them gay friend. And they might come give you. So if you know what good for you, you would scan. You will stay as far from the LGBT community as you can. Or you will get the monkeypox. Alright, it not spread fast enough. It not spread as fast as COVID. But it's the method of spread of the monkeypox is inevitable. It is as sure as how COVID spread. It's just slower. It's just slower, but it's sure. You ever hear the term slowly but surely? That is the monkeypox. Let me continue reading. All right, let me skip down. All right, let me jump down to verse 40. Slack here, let me find this verse first. Verse 35, they shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star, and blood shall be from the sword unto the belly. You understand? Let me continue reading verse 36, and dung of men unto the camel's hoof. You know what I mean? So, you ever hear them say, yo, no make your shit catch me? At this, that I talk about, you know, you see the destruction will happen, all shit a go fly, not just blood. You know what I mean? All shit a go fly when the Most High done, man. See? That I talk about, you know. Let me read that again, verse 36. And dung of men unto the camel's hoof means say, dung is feces. Dung is feces, and it said dung of men up to the camel's hoof. So means say, you know what I mean, up to the camel's hoof, you go see shit. Shit and blood and body parts and everything you go see when the Most High done. This thing is not normal. Let me jump to 35 again. See, they shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars. What kind of star this a talk about? When you view a missile in the air at night, it looks like a star. Let me continue reading. See, and it said, a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own stars, meaning they might go fire them own missiles, rockets. You understand? And blood shall be from the sword unto the belly. You understand? Meaning it's terrible. See? Verse 37, and there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. So it now gonna be a, you know what I mean? World War III's escalation, you know what I mean, will not be a pretty sight. You're already in World War III. See? It's just a matter of it being escalated now. And you're seeing the escalation. Now you have tension. You know what I mean? Military tension between China and America. You know what I mean? Because of Taiwan. Remember, say it was Russia, you know. You understand? That's why we give thanks to the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, YAHANNA, Bridget. You know what I mean? Because we know the way forward, you know. We know what we're going, you know. You know what I mean? And we have been bringing this out. You know what I mean? And we know it now fall upon deaf ears because the Christian pastor is stealing. You understand? The Christian pastor, that grimy frigga, he must steal it. Steal the message instead of say, look, you have some man over here saying, you know, we are teach the Bible the right way. When you go to him, instead he must keep on to himself. And I hide on from the full. You know what I mean? It's like him having you in this dark place. You understand? And I hide from the full light. Every now and then in good and a little bit of light. You know what I mean? I want to think that's all the light you're supposed to get. But in fact, the light is much brighter, and that light is coming from the I.S.U.P.K. The source of that light is in the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, YAHANNA. You understand? We have been bringing out that this is World War III. You understand? Of course, we don't know if China are going to bomb Taiwan or them are going to bomb, you know what I mean, America in this scenario. Of course, we don't know that, but we know it's getting there. We know that this is escalation, and you will see more and more escalation. You understand? So, you know what I mean? We have been bringing it out. We told you that the Russia-Ukraine war is the beginning of World War III. And look, China now I hile up them gun them. China gun them a hile up here now. Ready for fire. Oh, China get in at this. Oh, China get in at this. World War III, man. So World War II and World War I did go. There's nothing new under the sun. Well, not with China and not with Russia, but it's the same way. Similar way. One country starts something, then others get involved. That is how it goes. But what are our leaders doing? What are our leaders doing? What is your leaders doing? What is the government preparation for you in a time like this? There's none. What is your Christian pastor saying about this and saying you should do? Is there any bunkers? Do you have bunkers? You don't have bunkers. Your bunker is in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? This is love we are showing, you know. Get it twisted, you know. Don't feel like, say, boy, we have to, yo, me, you can't watch my personality if it's that you don't like. You see, if it's the personality you don't like, you ignore the truth because of personality. You know what I mean? Take the truth. You know what I mean? There's nothing but brotherhood inside the I.S.U.P.K. You see what commanding general YAHANNA do? Big actions speak louder than word. Your politicians and your Christian pastors, them speak nice things to you and watch you suffer and die. Though I be rude in speech, you know what I mean? I sin not. You know what I mean? Slacky, I'm paraphrasing. You understand? So now watch that. Don't look on this man and say, boy, he look aggressive, he look like him about kill you. Yo, I be a love for the children of Israel in the I.S.U.P.K. Be a love. You understand? But you think you're going to get love from your Christian pastor because he move feminine and he move weak and he move like, you know what I mean, a chichi man. He molest your pitney, he rape your young girl. Your 15-year-old daughter, he rape her. That is what him do. That is love. Kevin Smith bust 2 church members throat, kill them, and have another one killed by police. That is love. So you tell me, say what the Christian church have been giving you so far is love, and all we do is talk to you rough because we want to change. That's all we do. What we want to do? Sing and clap and amen. Look, the most I don't want to singing and not clapping. The most I want you to do what him tell you to do. And at that we are try portray too. We are try get to know for know say boy, look, you need to come to the I.S.U.P.K. to save on life. You understand? You need to come to save on life. In a them time, and nobody is preparing for times like these. And commanding general YAHANNA is. Your Christian pastor is still taking your money and doing nothing for you and your community. And not teaching you what you need for doing times like this. Not telling you that if you continue to break the Most High laws, you will perish in these times. He's still not doing that. But he's talking to you nice and sweet, though. He's singing and dancing. Yo, the music is so sweet in that church. It's such beautiful music in that church. You know what I mean? But we're not going to die to a soundtrack if we stay inside of that church. That gospel music are going to be the soundtrack we're going to die to. We need to come out of the Christian church. Because World War III there, nuclear destruction there, and your pastor have no answer for that. But the I.S.U.P.K. and the commanding general YAHANNA have all the answers. You understand? Let me continue reading. Zin, listen this now, 40. The great and mighty clouds shall be puffed up full of wrath. What is the great and mighty cloud? That mushroom cloud. When these stars fall to the ground, what is the star? As me say, a missile in the night sky looks like a star, like a shooting star. When these fall to the ground, the mushroom cloud, the great and mighty cloud, it will get puffed up and full of wrath. This is World War III, nuclear destruction. It's in the Bible. Let me continue reading. And the star that they may make all the earth afraid. The stars, these stars, when China starts sending out them stars and Russia starts sending out for them stars, all the world shall be afraid. You understand? Let me continue reading. And them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place an horrible star. Right. So every one of them tall buildings, they want to, you know what I mean? We like to see these tall buildings, these beautiful buildings. All these high and eminent places. The man them are going to dash out them star upon. We see that happening in Ukraine. You understand? We see that happening in Ukraine. You might see that happening in Taiwan. You know what I mean? Soon. But it definitely going to happen everywhere. It going to happen in America. It going to happen in Europe. It going to happen in Russia. It going to happen in China. It going to happen in Taiwan. It going to happen. And the world shall be afraid. You understand? But this is justice. This is nothing for the children of Israel be worried about. If you say, boy, what we are going to do? We are telling you what to do. Separate from the oppressor and watch the Most High get rid of them. Just like how him get rid of them in Egypt. You understand? Come back to the Most High and keep his laws. Come back to his covenant as the children of Israel. And enjoy the show. You understand? This is your freedom coming. What? You never expect to be free? You know what I mean? 400 years worth of slavery and 2,000 years worth of oppression and persecution. And you never want justice? You forget about justice, you know, but the Most High never forget about justice. Him still want justice for you, like a good father. Him see what happened to you, and he must say, all right, they might not want it, but I want it for them. Because, you know what I mean, you can just imagine you looking, right? You know what I mean? You leave your picnic with that woman, and you come visit your child, and you see a child in the middle of the road, in the middle of the road. You know what I mean? A ball. Nose full of booger. You know what I mean? Nose not a run. Foot dirty and dirty. You know what I mean? In a pampas look shit up. Zine, pampas look shit up. Ear no comb. Dirty. Hand dirty, foot dirty. When you see a child in that situation, you're going to get furious and you're going to want the mother to give account for that. That is what the Most High is doing right now. Him seeing pitney them in the middle of the road. Hand dirty, foot dirty. Pampas full of shit. Zine, nose a run, a ball, hungry, no eat from morning. And him want answers. Somebody have to go give account for that. And your Christian pastors or your government leaders, them are going to go pay for that. Because them have you in this condition. You understand, when them should have been taking care of you. Teaching you how to not break the Most High laws. You understand? So you could avoid diabetes and avoid heart disease, avoid cancer, avoid all the things them were having out in the road, a ball, foot dirty and dirty. You understand? But they never do that. Instead, them take on the money and teach on the lies. They have to go give account. You know what I mean? And the oppressor, you know what I mean, have to go give account for the slavery, for the oppression, for the murder in the street, for the Ku Klux Klan, for the cross them. You understand? Pan them in the land them with them set on fire with the Ku Klux Klan do. You understand? For the Catholic Church and the rape. With the Catholic Church rape our native Indian brothers and sisters. Scaring them for life. Zine, for all of the hanging will take place in Jamaica. You know what I mean? For all of the abuse and the lynching and the slavery we're going in Jamaica too. The Most High not forget about that neither. You understand? Somebody have to get all accountable. That's why the mushroom cloud, what the Bible I tell you about, have to forward. Have to come. Or else you go get free. You know, but I want free. It no matter, you know. The Most High want you free, because you have to go set up him kingdom. The kingdom, yeah, where we live in now, the oppressor kingdom, it done. Him no want to see it no more. Then you have to build up him kingdom whether you like it or not. You understand? You don't really have a choice in that matter. You understand? And it is good that you do have a choice, because now you can actually live in a kingdom where our people rule. You know what I mean? and we rule by the Most High laws, and we in a good standing with the Creator. Good standing. We are rule the earth now. You can imagine black people are rule the earth, Bridget. Imagine we are the bottom of society. And look how we swag, look how we creation, look what we do. Look how we do, look how we style. Imagine if we are rule the earth. Imagine if we have the billions where the oppressor have. The trillions. Well, I guess in our kingdom it won't be dollars. So the resources where the oppressor have, all the resources of the earth. Imagine black people have that. Imagine black people create all the inventions. Well, we create all the inventions, but we just don't get the credit for it. See? But imagine we have the say over what's created. Tell you what we're not going to create. We're not going to create no nuclear bomb to come destroy the earth. You understand? It was the oppressor who wants something like that. And it is the Most High who really want it anyway. Because I want the oppressor destroy himself. But anyway, the oppressor create things that destroy the earth. See? We not going to create nothing to destroy the earth. We are create inventions that is good for the earth. You understand? And we are go in good standards with our Father, the Creator. So all of them good technology there with the Most High, well, we don't consider that technology. That's something different. Like the chariots them, where them call UFO or UAPs, them they are not technology, brother. Them they are something different. You see? We have to have, you know what I mean, we have to have a greater knowledge than the oppressor have. You understand? Our thing are going to come directly from the Most High. You understand? We are living in such a beautiful world. You're not going to have no LGBT. You're not going to have no, you know what I mean, no child molestation, no picnic I grew up with scars. You're not going to have no mass shootings. You understand? It just going to be we are rule the earth. And anybody, any nation who decides that they want to go against the laws of the Most High, they have to answer to we and them can't win. They can't win. That is the kingdom of heaven, you know. We, black people, blacks and Hispanics, you know what I mean, with all our creativity and, you know, and the love what we have, just a rule the earth. Not being ruled by a tyrant like the oppressor. You know what I mean? Where all him do is destroy the earth. You understand? And make people poor and make himself rich. You know what I mean? Now, our people are going to have all the access to all the resources of the earth. We are going to serve the Most High. We are going to keep him laws. We are going to happy. We are going to rule. We're not going to depress. We're not going to, you know what I mean, insecure. You know what I mean? We're not going to shame. We are going to be the world power. We are going to be the first class citizen. We don't have to worry about police brutality. You understand? We don't have to worry about poverty, sufferation, where we are going to eat tomorrow. We don't have to worry about diabetes because, you know what I mean, we not eat no pork, and we not eat no shrimps, and we not eat no lobster. The food where we eat are going to be good food. But World War III have to happen first. You understand? World War III have to happen. Nuclear destruction have to go on first. You understand? And your hour shy have to forward and finish them off. You understand? Because this oppressor would not, it's a race, you know. That's why they call it a race. In a race, everybody want to win. This oppressor now gonna make you come tie with him in the race. You have to take the race there by force. You understand? That is why the Most High make World War III happen. You understand? Because you cry for equality when the oppressor want to win the race. You want equality. You want to be one with the oppressor. No. You can imagine Usain Bolt run a race on a track. And Tyson Gear tell him, say, yo, brother, make me win the race with you, know. Usain Bolt I say, I eat that. You want me slow down for you run past me and win. And that the oppressor I think when you say you want equality. When you say you want equality, the oppressor say, I win, you want in the race. No, sir. They have to win the race, yeah. And that you don't understand. There's no such thing as equality. It's either you are rule or somebody are rule you. That's how the oppressor know. But the slaves them don't know that. The slaves them comfortably in them slavery. And all them hope for one day is to be equal, which that will never happen. You understand? Let me continue reading. Let me read back 40. It said, the great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up, full of wrath. Talking about that mushroom cloud. See? And the star is when that rocket is fired. At night, it looks like a star, like a shooting star. And that will cause the mushroom cloud. See? That they may make all the earth afraid. So when that nuclear rocket hits its target and that mushroom cloud come up, the world will be afraid. You see, when the first nuclear strike in other warrior will start, it start, you know, like what me I tell you, it start with Russia and Ukraine. You see, when the first nuclear bomb drop, everybody got in shock. Yeah, man, pandemonium, man. But we in the I.S.U.P.K, we not go fret, we go celebrate. You know what I mean? I go buy a buckle of kulu kulu. You know what I mean? And me and my brother, we go share it. You know what I mean? We go enjoy. You know what I mean? We go enjoy that day that the oppressor drop him nuclear bomb. You understand? We go celebrate. But the rest of the world are going in fear, not the U.P.K. The U.P.K. now going in fear, and that we are wait upon. You understand? Where Christian pastor go do? When the nuclear bomb drop, where Christian pastor go do? Keep a day of fasting and pray to the war end. Eh? When the nuclear bomb drop, where your Christian pastor go do? Call a day of fasting. You know what I mean? Them go pray, mighty Jesus, oh Lord. And you know what I mean? Them go pray for hallelujah. You know what I mean? For the war, go away. When it is the Most High send the war. Your Christian pastor don't even understand the Bible. Him don't understand the times where you are living in. He's a poor shepherd and him not lead you correctly when he come out of the church. You understand? And come to the I.S.U.P.K and save your life. Come to Commanding General YAHANNA and find safety, a place of refuge. Watch out, I'll show you something. These oppressors, you know, Nancy Pelosi and them, you know, Zin, them have underground bunkers, you know, and the rich of the oppressor, not even the rich, some of the mediocre, some of the, what they call it, middle class of the oppressors, them have somewhere for run go in case of a nuclear bomb drop. You know what I mean? Bomb shelters, them have that. Black people not have that. Hispanic people not have that. You know what I mean? Chinese, them have bunkers. The Russians, them have bunkers. Them prepare for time like this. Of course, not all of them, not even the majority. The majority of them are going to perish. But, you know what I mean? Well, the majority of the oppressor are going to perish. See? But what black people have, what Hispanic people have, we don't have nothing. The one thing you have is the I.S.U.P.K. You don't have Andrew Holness, you know. You see when nuclear bombs start drop, all right. Nuclear bomb, I don't know if nuclear bombs are going to drop on Jamaica, but it definitely are going to affect Jamaica. The air are going to poison. You understand? Even the very oxygen where you breathe, it's going to be polluted. You understand? Nuclear fallout. If I hear about the term nuclear fallout, you hear the DJ them mention black rain. You know what I mean? When they sing them gun song and them tell us a black rain fall pan boy. Well, black rain come from the term, you know what I mean, which is taken from when a nuclear bomb drop, you have acid rain. And that rain is nuclear charge, for lack of a better word. And when that touches skin, you will get cancer and you will die shortly, not very long. You understand? That is real black rain. See? That is black rain. And them cloud, they are going to just travel the earth. So if Jamaica even get it, who knows? Jamaica might even get it. I don't know, because guess what I go on? Somebody have to go pick a side. Somebody have to go pick a side. What Andrew Holness are going to do when the war kick off. America say, look, we need some soldiers to fight. You know what I mean? And China said, no, we need some soldiers to fight because we have good relations with Jamaica. And Russia said, no, a long time we are export backside from Jamaica. We need you to fight for we. Andrew Holness, what am I going to do? I don't want any part of this. Them say, oh, you're a traitor. And them send soldiers to the Jamaican shores. Russia sends soldier, China sends soldier, America find out. Jamaica can't do shit. Andrew Holness can't do a damn thing. Them just walk in as them please because them are used as a strategic point to strike America. Them decide say them are going to do it, Andrew Holness can't prevent it. If him send out the JDF, that JDF would have to be following commanding General YAHANNA. The JDF would have to be watching our classes and keeping the laws, or they will not win that war between Russia and China if them decide, look, we need yourself to strike America from. So, peradventure, seeing them don't follow commanding General YAHANNA. Them can't do a damn thing. Them have to just watch China and Russia invade Jamaica, set up them nuclear whatever to strike America. America find out and say, but wait, Google satellite pick up and decide, say, no, we now wait. We are going to strike Jamaica. And them send a couple nuclear bomb to Jamaica. What you going to do? What you going to do? A war it name, you know. Like the DJ them say a badness it name. You don't know badness yet, you know. You don't fight turf war and a kill off on one another. You don't know badness yet, man. You don't see badness. When America start feel threatened, you know what I mean? And say, yo, boy, him enemies them a come upon him and in world dominance them in threat. In world domination in threat. Yo, like a cornered bear or a cornered lion or dog, a wild pit bull. He might go start fire shot everywhere. Anybody suspected to be him enemy, I get it. If China have any kind of military set up in that island, pan that, you know what I mean, pan that plank of wood where floating I see, them I get it. And I see him think vice versa. A war badness it name, and that's the real badness for them never tell you about. You understand? You think America want to lose them power? Why you think America agitate China and Russia so much? Because them say them are grow. It's like if a Dan living in your community and him say a one man I get, you know what I mean? Too powerful. Him have too much dopey on him there. See? And him feel like say, boy, this boy is a threat to me. Dominance in the community, you know. You find say him start do some things to be little. If sure say, yo, him are the real bad man. Him run the place. You understand? That is what America is doing to China and Russia. But if you know you're a bad man, see, you're not going to make no man punk you. That is what China and Russia, you know what I mean, is saying right now. We now make you punk. We can do what you do. Your time up. And we are run this now. And America say, we not run what? We send Nancy Pelosi down there and see what them are. Let's send Nancy Pelosi down there. Send this old woman down there and show them say we're not afraid of them. Even though America knows say, yo, China busted. Even though America knows say Russia busted. Them still do it because them can't look like them weak. That's so badness, isn't it? Alright. 41. Fire and hail and flying swords. What are flying swords? Alright, so this article where we just read some of a while ago tell you that China, let me read the headline of the article again. It said 21 Chinese military aircraft enter Taiwan air defense zone amidst Pelosi's visit. Those 21 Chinese military aircraft, they are flying swords. They are flying swords. Have you ever seen a flying sword before? No. There's no such thing as a flying sword unless a man take a sword and fling it. And it only fly if you appear at a time and then it reach its target or it land. If a man should do so. Then, a flying sword is a fighter jet or a missile. That is a flying sword because it do the same thing where a sword do. Kill. You understand? that is a flying sword. This is a future prophecy. This I tell you about it. Ezra's, I tell you where you must see. Him don't know what them there. But him so him call it flying sword. Him see say boy this, a war, them a war, you know. Them something there where a fly, look like sword. A war it a war. So him call it flying sword. Him just I tell you what him see. And the missile them when him see in the night sky a fly, him call them star. Cause him don't know what. Him just see the vision and him see the destruction where it a cause. You understand? Let me continue reading. So fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all field may be full and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. When you talk about water, you talk about people. Whole heap of soldier, like Hans, a march. You understand? Let me continue reading. 42. And they shall break down the cities and walls and mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and their corn. So guess what? Food shortage, same like World War I, same like World War II. You understand? Meanwhile, them a fight them war, food shortage. That a happen. You understand? And if the bomb them start chop certain way, you know, get the proper rain. It wouldn't probably the rain not even good for you know what I mean, catch water anymore. Who knows? Terrible, terrible time, man. All right. The Bible describes the time where we're living in right now. There's no time like this have ever been. I will read about some terrible time in the Bible. So you see all of the music where we are here and the entertainment and the TikTok and the what I call it now, the YouTube and the movies and the Netflix and the parties. Don't make it distract you, man. The word is the worst and the best time now. The bad of this time worse than any other time by far, but the good are better than any other time too. But the bad will come first. It will get worse before it get better. You ever hear that term? It will get worse before it get better. And that will go on. See, brethren, you don't see nothing in our history like we are about to see in them. Good times are what them I promise you. You see what them love promise you about prosperity and them I tell you say, boy, them have a vision 2030 and the world have a futuristic and it have got nice and you have a flying car. Brother, may I tell you something? You see the future, it now, brother, nothing like it have ever been. At the worst time. That's why we implore you, man. Watch your class them, share them around. Tell your neighbor what go on. Them don't know what go on because them in a church. See? Or if them in a church and a hear where the echo of where we are say, where we command in general I say, then now get the full story. A terrible times this month. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 43. And they shall go steadfast unto Babylon. Who is Babylon? So these waters in all of these waters, I wish you say the water them are people, soldier, a march I go steadfast to Babylon. Who's Babylon? Babylon is America. Babylon the Great. You know what I mean? The oar that sitteth upon many waters. You understand? That is Babylon. That is America. See? And make her afraid. So, guess what? You see all the pride that America have right now? America will be afraid. Them now gonna know say Iran could have do so much damage. Them now gonna know say Russia could have do so much damage. Them now gonna know say China could have do so much damage. Them now gonna know say North Korea have so much strength behind them. Guess why? Because the most are gonna be with Russia and with China. If you get down America, you understand? And after that, the most are just gonna get rid of all of them to save we, the children of Israel, film people. See? We continue reading. Verse 44. They shall come to her and besiege her. What besiege mean? And you know what I mean? America, without the children of Israel, America produce nothing. Without the Hispanic brothers, without the I.S.U.P.K, which are the Mexican brothers, you know what I mean? America not produce them food. See? In a siege, you cut off all access to imports and everything. So when a siege happen, you gotta have famine. See? Let me continue reading. They shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Let me read that properly. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. See? The star. Oh, you pour out a star. We are talking about the missile. As I say, in the night sky, it look like a star. Them will pour out them star yeah, upon America. The flying swords. You know what I mean? With nuclear warheads. Them just go, you know what I mean? Just fling them upon America. You understand? America gonna be so shocked. You know what I mean? Them can't believe this will reach them. See? Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. You know what I mean? So the dust and the smoke, you know, the mushroom cloud, are going to go up to heaven. You know what I mean? And everybody will look on and see America go ball. I said, can't believe this. This really happened to America. World police, they can fall. Yeah, but yeah, America can fall, man. Because remember, say Rome, you know, fall, you know, Greece, fall, Babylon, fall. You know what I mean? All of them fall. Persia fall. Them they are kingdoms where they ruled the earth before. Assyria fall. Egypt fall. None of them never last forever. America go fall too, man. America not the good guy, you know. America the villain. America is the oppressor. Our people should have known that, you know. But for some reason we don't know it. When are we America enslaved? Over here, so the West, in the Americas, here so we do it with captivity, oppression. We should have known say them are the villain, but for some reason we look upon the other America's enemies as the villain. When America destroy our people, when the Americas destroy our people, the oppressor, Zane, destroy our people, you know, but yet still we look upon them like them are the good guy. That is how you know you destroy your people, you know. That is how you know a people completely destroyed when you destroy them and them look upon you like the hero. You know what I mean? That is what how we look upon this oppressor, like he's the hero. And everybody who is his enemy, we consider them enemies. When in fact, he is our enemy and we don't have a dog in his fight. Him need to go fight him own enemy, then we need to leave our time armies and come join the army of the Most High, which is the I.S.U.P.K and the Commanding General YAHANNA. That is what you need to do. Come out of the police force and the JDF and the US Navy and the, you know what I mean, the US Marines and whatever, and join the I.S.U.P.K. Join the army of the children of Israel under the Most High. That you need to do. Because guess what? We don't have a dog in the oppressor fight. Him go out there and create the enemies there. And then we know have to come fight for him. So you enslave we and you abuse we and we have to come fight in your third world war. And you're out there pick mischief. You're out there go to Taiwan. You go to Taiwan even though your enemy tell you say don't forward in our land. China say Taiwan are our land. You say you know business. You go there and you escalate the war. So we if come fight for you? No, that don't make no sense. What we need to do is separate from him so him enemy them can get for give him a good lick. That we need to do. All right, verse 45. And they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. So eventually, America will get overthrown. You know what I mean? And the people them who overthrow America, you know what I mean? Whoever in America are go subject to them. You know what I mean? All right. Verse 46. And thou, Asia, that are partakers of her hope of Babylon, and are the glory of her person, woe be unto thee. So guess what? Don't feel like say all of them other nations they are going to escape the war. Because America now going to sit back and, you know what I mean, and make them attack him. So, they going to fight back, and they going to get licked too. But America going to lose. You understand? Let me continue reading. See? Because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom. Because everybody follow America with the whoredom, and you see China's have, you know what I mean? Them have the same, them a try emulate America. Japan a try do the same thing, you know what I mean? Emulate America. All America portray is whoredom. All them portray is whoredom and LGBTQ and, you know what I mean, pedophilia. That's all them promote. So them now go escape it neither, because them a follow America. You understand? That they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. So China really want just, you know what I mean, make some money with America. That's all China want to do. Just want to make some money with America. Get rich like America. You know what I mean? Can commit whoredom like America, because them see the whoredom over America and them like it. See? Them can be LGBT like America. That's all them want, you know. You understand? But America look upon them and I say, hey, when I get too rich too quick, when I get too powerful, can't have that. See? And that's the problem. So don't think that these are, you know what I mean, these other nations are our defenders either. Them are just as bad as America. But, you know what I mean, the difference is them have a conflict with America, and America enslave we. So the most I use them for now, but your YAHANNA will come complete the job. You understand? Your YAHANNA will come complete the job. You understand? Because the whole of them are going to team up for fight against your YAHANNA. See? But it now going to work out. You see me? Them eventually are going to say, wait, them something that we always see in the sky and a fly. What them there? Then one day them just go see a portion of them just forward. 200 million of them go forward out of the sky, and them go say, Bumbo clot. I rank person we a fight, at them we fear fight. Who them? And YAHANNA just go come and wipe out the whole of them. Yeah man, and we are going to start hunt the oppressor. Yeah man, we are going to start hunt them, put them in chains. You know what I mean? Go in at them secret bunker there where them have and dig them out. You understand? Put them in shackles, put them back in a slavery like how them enslave we. You understand? Yeah, man. Don't doubt it. See? Verse 49, I will send plagues. Well, on 48. Thou shalt follow her, Slakia. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Right, everybody hate America in all their works and inventions. America no create nothing, you know what I mean, good, so to speak. Everything with them create, destroy the earth. You understand? Let me continue reading. Therefore saith God. Let me read that again. Verse 48. Thou hast followed her, talking about Asia, talking about China and them, talking about Russia. See, them follow America, the same thing, them will mash up the earth and the same destruction and the same oppression. You understand? Them follow America and do it. See? Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and invention. Therefore say God, are the power. See? Verse 49, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. Yes, so the Most High not only promised to destroy America, but He will destroy them Edens there too. You understand? Yeah, man. All right. Let me just jump to some other scriptures. You know what I mean? So we will come out of the book of 2nd Ezra 15. See? And we are going to jump to Ezekiel 38 and verse 1. All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38 and verse 1. And it says, And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. So who is Gog? Gog is Russia. You know what I mean? Gag in the Hebrew, which means roof or rooftop. Notice where Russia there? Russia, they are the roof of Asia on the top. You understand? That is Gog. Magog is everybody who follow Gog. Talking about China, Iran, you know what I mean? South, North Korea. All of the countries them will have a be on Russia side in this third world war. You understand? Most I say, Son of man, prophesy and turn thy face against Gog and Magog. Let me continue reading. Verse 3, and say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and armed horsemen, all of them clothed with all sort of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shield, all of them handling swords. So the Most High go put hook in a Russia jaw and draw him back. That is why you see going in the Ukraine war. You know, in Russia, they just want to survive, you know, and live and get rich, sell oil. You know what I mean? At one point, Russia did want to join NATO. And he was, and they were told no. You know what I mean? Russia did want to join NATO. But they were told no. That is the work of the Most High. See? So the Most High set it away that Russia become, you know what I mean, an arch enemy to America. Put hook in him John, draw him back. He want to live at peace with America. Most High said no, we not depend that. Put hook in him mouth like when you put a hook in a fish mouth and draw him back. So Russia never want the whole of this. Russia they just want to sell them oil, get rich, join NATO and world peace. You understand? The Most High said no. And put hook in him jaw and send him in the war. And that is going on in Ukraine. See? Slovakia. Persia. Who's Persia? Iran. And we know who for side Iran depend. Ethiopia. So for all who know Rasta we talk about, you know what I mean? We are Ethiopian. And we're going to fight in that war then. Which of course I'm not telling you to go and fight in that war. But the Ethiopians will. That's the Ethiopians war, not yours. Not Jamaicans war. You understand? Libya with them and all of them with shield and helmets. You understand? So the war is on, brethren. You know what I mean? And countries are going to pick them side. All right. Let me jump to the book of. All right. I'm going to read this at the last scripture I'm going to read. See? This is Isaiah chapter 26 and 20. Let me jump to that quick and fast. And it said, come my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be past. So the Most High said to feed people, come in out the chambers. You know what I mean? Shut the door until the indignation pass. Talking about World War III. See? So the chariots, them go forward. See, as the missile, them a drop, I say, bomba, me nah no bunker, me nah know what to go. Don't worry yourself, man. Just stick with the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, YAHANNA. You're going to get, you know what I mean, a chariots are going to take you out of that place, yeah, and protect you from the nuclear destruction. You understand? Otherwise, there's no protection. Otherwise, there's no protection. You have to just, you know what I mean, be new. You know what happened to the people in a Nagasaki? When them bomb they drop, generations after generation burn the farm. So if there is no, you know what I mean, if what we are saying, which we know what we are saying, you know, is true, you know. If you don't believe what we are saying, trust me, you know no hope. Yeah, you know no bunker. You can start dig, you know, if you choose, dig a deep pit, and you know, put a house under the ground and live under that. Do some farming under the ground too. Since you don't believe what we are saying. You know what I mean? If you don't believe what we are saying, go and go build a bunker. See how much that costs. Or you can just follow the I.S.U.P.K and the Command in General YAHANNA, who have been telling you that the World War was coming, who have been telling you that it's coming, Zane, and trust us going forward, because your leaders are not preparing you for a time like this, and your Christian pastor is not preparing you for a time like this. At least there's no mention of this by a Christian pastor. So, you know what I mean? Support I.S.U.P.K and the Command in General YAHANNA. Remember to pay your tithes. You understand? Pay your tithes. We help the children of Israel with the tithes money. We don't buy Benz and mansions with the tithes money. We stock truck full of food and give Asian refugees. That is what Command in General YAHANNA does, and his soldiers do. You understand? Truck full of food and water and things that refugees of our people need. That is what we do. You understand? We don't buy Rolls Royce and Benz and $1 million worth of jewelry like your Christian pastor. You know what I mean? If you see any man in the I.S.U.P.K with big chain around him neck, I'm wanna work, do that. I'm wanna job 9 to 5 or I'm wanna business, do that. You understand? We don't take your money and squander it on foolishness. And with that, you know what I mean? We're going to jump to the security announcement. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave the comments, share on all social media platforms. If you have a WhatsApp account, create a group, add your contacts to that group and share the video. Or just blast it through your contacts. You know what I mean? You can also share on Facebook, you understand, in Facebook groups as well. You understand? And with that, security announcements. All right, these are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command in General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother or a sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in the book of Numbers chapter 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verse 8 to 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the church department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you'd like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, that is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, which, you know what I mean, was given to us by the Most High, you know what I mean, that is our holy day, not Christmas, not Easter, not Valentine's Day. As a matter of fact, we get punished when we celebrate Valentine's Day, Easter, Christmas. We don't celebrate that in the I.S.U.P.K. We celebrate the Most High's holy day when we give to the children of Israel, which is our foreparents. You understand? Which is us. We are the children of Israel. So we are ordered to keep these holy days, and we keep those holy days in the I.S.U.P.K. Right? First day of the 7th month. You know what I mean? This is when we will, you know what I mean, do the feast, the memorial of the blowing of the trumpet. Sunday, the 25th of September, you can find the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets in the book of Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 to 25. Reminding Akiam and Akwatiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that we say, I Madium, which means to stand. See? Sar, which means to turn. Wapanya Akwadam, which means and face the east. So you turn and face the east. When I say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English, Abanawa, Shabashamaya, Kwadash, Aya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'a, Batazaka, Aya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Aya, Bashamaya, Nathanlanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakhlanawa, Kawabwat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawabwatya Nawa, Wala'a, Tabaya Anawa, Wanasayawa, Abal, Awashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwat, Wa'ala, Wa'ataparat, La'aiwalamiam, Aman. In English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever so be it. Amen. All right, this is the prayer for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the evil that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the evil, and shake loose the treasures of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pasikamatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the Edens that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let your hour shine. Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that has done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of YAHANNA. Thank you always, so be it. Alright. So this is the prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Washam YAHANNA. Babakasha. Nathan Lanawa. Akak. Hakak. Larapa'a. Kalmakala. Wakal Madawa. Hakak. Lata'ar. Hamatazaraya. Hakak. La Aquayam. Atam Slakya. Amathiam. Hakak. Al-Rakawat. Atama'ala. La Garasham. Basham YAHANNA. Toward Aman. In the English of Slakya. Yahweh. In the name of YAHANNA. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers, Slakya. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out in the name of YAHANNA. Thank you, so be it. Alright, this is the prayer for the blessings to bless Israel. In the Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'asham YAHANNA. Waraklanawa. Wayasharala. Wa'a. Wayat Sapariam. Warak. Rapa'a. Magan. Hagan. Commanding General YAHANNA. The generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the young men and the sisters, Ba'asham YAHANNA. Toward Aman. In the English, what we said was, Yahweh, in the name of YAHANNA, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of YAHANNA. Thank you, so be it. Sar, which means to turn. We're going to give one courteous salute to the teacher, men of Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Ba'asham YAHANNA Barakathum. We're going to give one courteous salute to the sisters, men of Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alathon Ba'asham YAHANNA. Yademata. Class dismissed. All right, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, also leave your comments, your questions, share on all social media platforms as well. Remember, if you have a WhatsApp, you can create a group and add your contacts to the group, you understand, and just share our videos in that group, you understand? And if you have a Facebook account, you can just share in different Facebook groups as well, you understand? And with that, Shalom.